everyone, and welcome back to the Bloomin Basics Sew Along. I hope you're having so much fun with this as I am. I love to make quilts, especially smaller projects and of course applique projects. So what we're going to do today is continue on with the constructions of our 4 patches and our borders. And look, I have 24 patches here. Aren't they cute? I just love 4 patches. So simple, easy, fun thing to make. So the next step in our direction says, and I believe we are on step number 5, because we did 1 through 4 previously. So it says gather 4 blocks of 4 multi-squares, sew them together to form the left border, and then the next step is going to be to sew 4 again together to form the right border. So what you want to do is just select 4, and I don't have mine matching and in no particular order, and you can just put them however you think looks cute and sew 4 together. You're going to use a 1/4 inch seam. So let's just get started with this. Just going to grab 2 right here, and you can be picky or more selective, I guess I should say, when you do this, or you could just be scrappy and just grab them. I have a hard time doing that. I like to call myself selective scrappy. You know how there used to be a thing where people would say, put your scraps in a little brown paper bag and just grab from the bag and sew the next one together. That was not me. That didn't work well for me. I just couldn't do it. So what I'm going to do, since I have to do, I'm doing 4 together for this first side, I'm just going to pin a set of 2, and then I'm going to pin 2 more sets for my right side. And I'm going to take it along. And actually, because all of this is based off 4 and 2, your left side is 4, your right side is 4, and your top and bottom is 6 blocks across. You can sew 2 together all the way down. So you could, if you want to save yourself a little bit of time, just grab and just run all of them through at one time, chain piece them together in sets of 2. That gives you a little bit, doesn't give you as much flexibility with color placement if you are worried about that, as it will if you wait and do 4 and 4 and then 6 and 6. That way you can move them around how you like them. So let me just get this together here, and I'm going to run these through. I've got my 1/4 inch set. Let me get this going here. Now one thing, I don't know, can you guys hear me with my machine going? It's not a super loud machine, but one of the reasons I like to use these applique pins is because they're short, I can put them, I'm getting directions. I want you to see, because it's a short pin, I can put it where it holds my piece together, but yet it's not in the way of my sewing machine when I sew my 1/4 inch, and that way I can run through without having to pull out my pins. It saves me a little bit of time, and I just like to do it that way. So that's a tip. I know that one thing that I've been seeing lately online is a lot of people like to just sort of put dots of little glue, or little tiny glue dots, and glue their seams before they sew them and not use pins at all. I haven't tried that yet. I'm not sure how much I would enjoy that.
Is it messy?
No, not if you use a little tiny, like you can buy the little tiny metal tips that go on your bottles of glue. Like you can use just Elmer's glue because it's water soluble, and so that works. It works fine, I'm told. I know a lot of people like to glue their binding down.
Oh, that I believe in.
Yeah, you guys, Brittany's in the background. She's our camera girl. Say good morning, Brittany.
Good morning.
Say good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Say good evening.
Good evening.
Because we don't know when you're watching this. Whenever you're watching it, we hope you're having fun. Okay, so I'm going to press these seams open. You can press yours open or press them to the side, whichever you prefer for this particular step. Look how cute that is, you guys.
That's really fun.
I love making simple little 4 patches. So let me get this pressed open.
You need your 4-in-1 tool or your roller.
I do. I like my little rollers. I also like a clapper or a piece of wood.
I haven't used that still.
It's really nice. Once you press it, you can just lay it on it, and it does help keep your seam a little bit flatter and nicer. Okay, so there's 2 together, and now I have another set of 2. Oops. And now I'm going to set my seam. What's the little chuckle girl back there for?
Oh, she's funny.
She's laughing at me, you guys. Not the first time.
It's my job.
It's her job as my child to laugh at me.
And admit that you're always right.
Yes.
Because moms are always right.
That's right. Moms are always right. Not.
It's true.
I feel less always right now the older I get.
Same here.
It's, there's a saying that says the older you get, the less you know.
I think I've peaked.
Yeah. So now I have these 2 blocks of 4 and 2 blocks of 4, and I'm going to put them together. And I think I like it like this with the green, but then I have all my greens on this side, so this is where I get a little wacky.
That looks cute like that.
I'm going to go this way.
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody can see this, but I have kind of an even dispersion of color. So I'm going to put these together.
And you could lay out all of your borders around your blocks.
You can,
Get it exactly
if you want to have it exactly, or you can.
Very brave with you.
I'm being brave. This is not how I normally am, you guys.
How you do it.
Brittany's like, this is not my mother.
Thrown for a loop.
She doesn't know what to think of me. See, sometimes I can still surprise her. She thinks she knows me. I would say how many years, but I won't.
37.
37. Brittany's going to be 37 this year, you guys.
I know, I feel it.
What's really funny is, for some reason, this whole past year I've been saying she's 37, and she doesn't. She turns 37 later this month.
38 now.
No, I won't.
That seems too old.
38 seems harder to say.
Yeah.
So we'll go with 37. We'll stick with 37. She's a good kid. Okay, so now I'm going to press this one, set my seam, and then I'll press this open. And voila, here's one of my side seams. And the nice thing about this 4 patch is when you get ready to put it onto your block, if you don't like the way it looks with, say, this side on your block, you just flip it and you can go with this side next to your blocks.
That was deep.
Wasn't it? Anyway, so I think you get the idea, of course. Very simple. So 4 sets of 4 together to make, this would be the left side or the right side. You're going to do this twice, and then you're going to do the same thing again, except adding another 4 patch on, oops, that one's sewed, on the edge, on the other, when you make 2 more, so you have
6.
5 and 6. Anyway, you get the idea, guys. So happy stitching. Have fun with this.
In the next video.
In the next video, we're going to be attaching this to our blocks.
And assembling the 4
Well, we're
together.
gonna. Excuse me. That's right. We are putting the 4 applique blocks together to make the center of the quilt, and then the one after that, I believe, is.
No, then
we're gonna put this on
the whole quilt top in the next
Oh.
video.
There you go, guys. See, I never know the
exciting.
schedule. Yes, we'll do it all together, which is the fun part, because then it really looks like what it's supposed to look like.
And
So
then after that, we talk about all the long arm quilting.
that's
and
right.
Binding tips.
Yes, I love binding. Used to hate it, but I love it now. So
We've got a secret way.
I hope you guys are having fun with this. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to write to us at orders@stitchesoflovequilting.com
Or
and
comment on the video.
comment on the video. But we'll be happy to answer any questions you might have. And happy stitching.